Hello, Fishtrap friends. I'd like to read you a short essay that I call On Hope and Feathers. In 1891, the most famous poem ever written about hope was posthumously published. New England, Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Forgive me, Emily, but I think you got that seriously wrong. If hope is a thing with feathers, it had better be as tough as Tyrannosaurus Rex with his yellow-feathered nape, something more equal to climate catastrophe, an ecosystem collapse, and the coronavirus crisis managed by leaders who must have vultures flapping in their sorry souls. I would rather have the toughness in what Barbara Kingsolver says about hope. If you run out of hope at the end of the day, get up in the morning and put it on with your shoes. Now that's empowering. I like the ferocity in which Rebecca Solnit wrote, "Hope isn't like a lottery ticket that you sit on the couch and clutch, feeling lucky. Hope is like one of those red axes that you pull out of its glass case to break down doors in an emergency." I like what sociologist Suzanne Mosier told me. Hope is when you look straight at the difficulties and then you reach down deep inside you to the very core of your wholeness to find there the motivation to pick yourself up and keep on with this work of making meaning. I thought that was exactly right, every clause of it. No birds, but courage and continuing. There are lots of reasons to hope flying around out here. Last week I read 99 good news stories you probably didn't hear about. Here, judge for yourself. Populations of South Atlantic humpback whales have reached 93% of the numbers they had reached before they were hunted almost to extinction. China is creating the largest national park in the world to protect giant pandas from loggers. Ecuadorian courts protected a huge chunk of indigenous landholdings from mega oil corporations. A wildlife reserve in Mozambique protected every single elephant from poachers for a full year. The United States passed a new law protecting some animals from some forms of cruelty, and 94 other stories. Game on, I say to the industrial whalers, panda bear habitat loggers, rainforest destroying mega oil corporations, elephant poachers, and cruel Americans. The struggle for the future of the earth is now officially engaged. But note, every one of those good news stories is not a story about hope. It's a story about struggle, about brawls to protect life on earth from those who would destroy it for short-term profit. Turning the tide of destruction will be a struggle, a dangerous period of shouting and bullies, make no mistake. So call in all the feathered things that are perched somewhere in your weary soul. Call in the harpy eagles and the screaming sharp-shinned hawks. Call in the booming cassowaries and the shrikes. Call in whatever ferocity the red-feathered velociraptor and Tyrannosaurus Rex have embedded in your reptilian brain. Hope is not all we need. What we need is strength. Strength in numbers and strength in moral conviction. What we need is shrieking, roaring courage.